Good morning Flosstube friends, it's Mel and this is my channel Patchy Pony Stitcher. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you, but if you're one of my new subscribers, welcome. I've had an increase of subscribers of recent time. So you're joining me in Hobart, Tasmania, Australia. So welcome to my channel. I hope you like, there's something here that you like and you stick around. You may have seen a bit of a montage at the beginning of my video. This is my new journey of learning how to do some jumping. I don't think we're going to be actually doing competitive show jumping, but it's still a journey of learning how to jump with my main man, and I'm going to be showing little bits and pieces of our progress as this summer. We'll be doing some training to get to a bit more show jumping, but just jumping for me, no showing involved. Today is the 18th of November 2019. And today, my eldest son, who's about to turn 18 in 2 days, is doing his final exam for his secondary schooling. In Australia, we call it college. In America, it's high school. So he's finishing year 12 and about to wander out into the big wide world next year of university. So super excited for him. He's turning 18 on Wednesday, which is in 2 more days, and it makes me feel old, excited but old. So Harrison, if you ever watch this one day, I'm super proud of you, buddy, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for you. Now, shout out. My first thing today is a shout out. Now, I don't generally do a lot of shout outs, but this one I can't not shout these guys out. They're new to Flosstube. Well, they're not new to Flosstube, they're new to making videos. They've been watching Flosstube for quite some time. And you may, if you're you've been with me for a while, you've heard me talk about my group of stitchers that that I meet up with once a month. And 2 of them have actually begun to make a video. Their names, their channel name is Tassie Stitches, so I'm going to put a link below, but make sure you go and check them out. Give them some support and subscribe. It's Melissa and Carolyn, and they're part of the Tassie Devil Sassy Pouch subscription. So fantastic to see them jumping into the YouTube world and showing all their whips. So they've got lots to show, so I urge you to go and have a look and check out the Tassie Stitches. Now, whips, what have I been up to this month? Besides doing 4,200 stitches, I've touched a lot of whips this month, but there's been one whip that I've been particularly heavy-handed on, and we'll get to that a little bit later. So I'm going to show you 5 of my whips. I've touched more than that because of the challenges that I participate in. Sometimes I'll only need to put 200 stitches into one whip, so I'm not going to show you 200 stitches of progress because it's minimal. So what I do is, out of all my whips, the 5 ones that I have touched the most are the ones that I'll feature in each of my videos. So let's get started. The first one, so I'm going to begin from the least amount of stitches to the most amount of stitches. So the first one I'm going to show you is my Plum Street sampler yellow Polka-Dot Bikweenie. It goes this way. So this is where I was last time that you saw it. And since you've seen it last, I have put into this one 409 stitches. So not a huge amount, but this is just to take up some challenges in Shell McKinney's group. So not a great deal of progress. This is on a 20 count aider, and at first I thought I really enjoyed it when I was putting in the words. And I'll show you again So I thought I really enjoyed it. No, that's not going to work, is it? So I really thought I was going to enjoy working on the 20 count. However, I'm doing 2 over 1, and I have found it a bit bulky where it's especially in the dash down there. I'm gonna persevere with it. I do like the coverage, but it is a bit hard going when it is so bulky. So that's all just in DMC, this one. So that's my Plum Street yellow Polka-Dot Bikweenie in my Taryn teaser made bag, my Outlander bag that she custom made for me. I found the fabric because I wanted a Outlander themed bag, and then I found a little charm to put on as a zipper finder, and Taryn made that one up for me. And Taryn's going to be at the Mittagong retreat, so I can't wait to meet you, Taryn. Oh, we'll just pop the chart back in there. So the fourth one that I'm going to show you, this one I'm a bit about. I'm going to persevere with it because I've spent a lot of time on it, and it's a personal one. I've charted it myself, but I've come across a snag where I'm like not entirely happy with where it's gone, but what do you do? It's a memory piece. So this piece is called my Sampler of Firsts. There's been a lot of first time trying things with this particular one. If you look back at my older videos, you'll see me talk about it. So this one is, I keep all my ticket stubs from concerts that I've been to. So this particular piece is where I stitch a Clouds Factory style person or the pop artist. And then because I've got all the tickets, so I'm going to sort of, it's going to be a companion piece to my my ticket display of all my concerts. So this is where I was last time. So I was up to Belinda Carlisle, and I've put in Michael Bublé. Now actually, before I show you, I'm going to show you a photo of what I was trying to achieve here. And this is where I'm up to. So I'm going to leave Michael's photo up and put what I've stitched in here. So I'm happy with like 90% of it. I'm not happy that he looks a bit chunky, and I'm not happy that it's like four rows of over too much, because there's a bit of a space here. I would have been a bit more happier if he was a bit closer to Belinda, but he's not. So that's where I am with, so I'm done on my 2 rows of pop artists, and for those that haven't seen it before, it's quite a big piece of fabric. And the reason it's quite a big piece of fabric is because I've got quite a few ticket stubs. So Michael, what was he? 2014. So I've still got some catching up to do. And so I did him for one of the challenges, and I will keep persevering with it, because overall, the overall picture at the end of the day, oh, he's still too far over. The overall picture at the end of the day is just going to be lots of different people in all their concert outfits. So I am still happy with it. This one is on 14 count Ada that I dyed myself, and I use all bits and pieces for different flosses, because it's all very different depending on what I've got. And all I do is I get a photo, an iconic photo from that tour or concert or their album, and I just chart that. So this one's going to go away for a little while until really it has a cooling, and that one's in my Mcweeny bag that Shell made for me as a giveaway one time, with a little, and she even personalized it with a little horse zipper pull. So I love that bag also. The next one that I'm going to show you is a long-term piece. This was meant to be a 12-month project. Didn't turn out to be that way. Actually, I need to grab the picture. This is my Farms of Hawk Run Hollow. So this is what, for those who haven't seen it before, the full chart looks like. And this one I'm personalising the bits and pieces around our home that is significant to us. This is where I was last time. And yep, fold it all. And this is what I've done since you've seen it last. So again, I'm just using this as challenges. A lot of it is that I did in this particular block of stitches, because I did, how many did I do? 559. A lot of it was just really filling in the behind the words, because that takes some doing. But that is where I'm up to currently with my Hawk Run Hollow. This is on a 14 count Ada that I coffee and tea dyed myself to look like an old Hessian sack that you might find out at the farm. I won't show you all of it. We'll keep that for a surprise when I've done a bit more. So that's Farms of Hawk Run Hollow. I do like the project, but it has been tough going, and it's sort of, I only now sort of pick it up if there's something there that fits my challenge. So I might try and use that as a focus piece next year to try and kick it out of the park. The fourth one that I've put a lot of work into, which is so close to a finish, and I really wanted to get it finished before I showed you today, but I didn't get there. I'm just going to get it. Oops. Something to hold it onto. So I've done 1140 stitches on Hello Pumpkin, and I am so close to a finish. Oops, this is where it was last time. So I've just been working in this top sphere of the tree, and as you can see, look how much room I've got. I don't know how we're going to go. I haven't even worked out how I'm going to finish this guy. So very close to a finish. I was thinking about taking this one to the Mittagong retreat, but it's a waste of space if I've only got that tiny bit to do. I think I need to take something. I haven't decided yet. It may end up going to Mittagong with me. The fabric looks extremely blotchy in this, but it's actually not quite as heavily blotched. It's just the lighting is blowing it out. So I'm happy with how that's coming along. I've got a little bird, I think is next, is to fill in that little space along with a few more leaves. So this one is on also a 14 count Ada that I've dyed myself and using DMC and anchors in this one. A lot of the red and oranges and the yellows are all my anchor floss that I'm just using up. So happy with the way that's coming along. That will be a finish next video. And I don't know if it'll be an FFO, it'd be nice if it was, but I'm not going to promise anything. So that is my Hello Pumpkin. And the last one that I'm going to show you today, I have put in 1,616 stitches into my Oz by Aury TM. This one is an unavailable chart. This is because it's a PDF, this is what the finished product will look like, and this is where I was up last time. Now the reason this one has been touched so much is because Mcweeny, hi Shirl, and I have been working on this as a sal for some time, and Shirl threw it down the gauntlet and said let's get it done by the new year. So I was like, oh, I've really got to get some finishes done, so I said let's do it. So I think she's going to beat me because she's a lot further ahead than I am. Not that it's a race, but it would be nice to finish together. So we may even try and tee it up that we finish it on the same day if I can put some more work into it. So this one I'll probably... Actually, I don't know whether I'll take this to Mittagong either because it's a PDF. When I printed it out, my printer was low on ink. So it's, rather than being a black printout, it's like a bluey grey, and it is a little bit hard to read, but I do sort of struggle with it. And of course, I'm a bit slack and haven't got my printer some more ink, and I leave for Mittagong in 2 days. So I don't know whether this might go with me. I need to take this with me because this is the one that needs the most work. So, and I love it. So this is my Oz by Aury TM. So this is a Sparklies Even Weave opalescent fabric, which is just lovely to work on. I am using DMC. I've used a little bit of the Light Effects, which is horrible. Don't use the DMC Light Effects. I don't even know if you can see that it's sparkly. So I've used the DMC Sparklies, not the étoiles, but the actual thicker ones that shred and that. So I've done that in the black dress of the Wicked Witch and also in Dorothy's little red shoe. So I've still got a bit of bit of work to do on this. This was quite a big bit of fabric that I was hoping to do both Oz and Alice on, because I've got the Alice one from Aury TM as well, but it's a bit squarer than I had anticipated. Plus I added in an extra, maybe, no, you can't even see. I added an extra block there for Toto. So Toto's, and he should be on that one, the one block over closer to Dorothy. But I don't like frogging. I'll do the best to avoid it. Like with the Michael Bublé, there was no way I was going to be ripping him out just to move him over. So we'll just, at the end of the day, they're pieces that are just for me, that are going to be on my walls. So I'm not going to be frogging that one. So that's my Oz by Aury TM. It's a real shame that her work is unavailable and out of print, because she's got some great Quakers that are out there. If you can find them and if you see them, grab them, because they don't come up all that often. Right, so total stitches 4,002. That generally seems to be my average for the month. So I'm averaging 1,000 stitches a week, which for me, I try to get a fair bit of stitching in, but working shift work, having a family, the horses, the farm, doesn't always allow for a great deal of stitching. Plus, I've been busy doing a little bit of another project this month. I've been making, and if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen it earlier this week, there's a program in Tasmania called 1,000 Hearts. This is their logo. And what it is there's a lady who, in Hobart, that was making little felt hearts to give to people in the hospitals, or that needed a little bit of love. So she made these little hearts. She made 1,000 of them for her first project, and that's what's called 1,000 Hearts. And you just carry these around in your pocket, just as a reminder that you are loved. And then if you do see someone that needs that little heart in their pocket more than you pass it forward. So I've been making 50 of these little guys for my 50 new friends that I'm going to have at Mittagong this weekend. And they're rather fun to do, nice and quick and easy. And I've put little crosses on each one of them to represent our cross-stitching retreat, but who knows where they'll end up. So the idea is that the attendees will take one of these, and when they see fit, they'll pass it on to someone who needs to put a bit of love in their pocket. Now, these do come in pre-cut hearts, so it's already pre-cut. All you've got to do is stitch it together, put a bit of polyfill in, and then close it up. And she's got an Etsy shop, so I'll link the Etsy shop below. She's also got a Facebook page, so I'll list that below if you're interested in doing something like that. I might even put these in my Christmas, unfilled of course, in my Christmas cards this year, so whoever receives them can fill it up, finish the little stitching, and then they've got a little heart to pass on during the festive season to someone who they think might need a little bit of extra love in their life. So considering I did 4,000 stitches plus 50 hearts, can you imagine how many actual cross stitches I would have done if we had been totally doing cross stitch this month without the hearts? However, the hearts were important, so they took precedence. Now, so they're going with me to Mittagong. I've got a small exchange, which I can't show you. I'm going to do a little video of it, and I will show you. I'll show you that after Mittagong, after the person's received it. So I'm really excited. It's going to be the first piece that I've actually done for an exchange. So that's a little bit, oh no, beg your pardon, I have done one. The Be Joyful one. So it's my second piece, but this time I'll see the person open it up. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking. I guess we're all very critical of ourselves, and yeah, what can I say? It's always hard giving something to someone that you don't know what their tastes and interests are. So I'm hoping it's well received. Let's take it that way. So the projects that I'm taking to Mittagong, I haven't decided on as yet. So I'm leaving in, today's Monday and I'm leaving Thursday. So I've got to get my choices sorted and decide what I'm going to take. I think I'm going to take 3, 2 mediums and a small. Probably, who knows, I don't know how much stitching I'm going to get done. People say you either get none done because you talk too much, or you get a fair bit done. So I like to have some choices, plus I would like to be also continuing with my challenges. So let's see how we go and how much stitching. So I might even do like a vlog style video while I'm away, because it goes from Thursday 12 noon through to Sunday 12 noon. So what's that, 4 days. So that's Thursday to Friday, yeah. Oh, 3 days, I guess. But we'll be probably also stitching because at night, because I'm staying in a house in Mittagong with 3 other stitchers, and one of them's actually another Flosstuber. Her name's Christy, and she's a stitching mum of 2 monsters. So if you haven't seen Christy's videos, I'll pop a link to her YouTube channel below. Go check her out because she's going to have lots of updates from Mittagong also. And hi Christy, can't wait to meet you and Deborah and Emily on Thursday. I'm really excited, I can't wait. We don't know each other. We have formed a group on Messenger and we've been chatting back and forth, and anyone would think we were old friends already. So I'm really looking forward to meeting the other 3 ladies that I'll be spending 4 days with this weekend. And of course, meeting all the other newbies, new faces, Michelle and Creative Curator. Can't wait, guys, to meet you all. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is some haul. I don't generally do haul, but this is pretty exceptional. I got my second Silks For You order. I have purchased from Silks For You before, but I just bought like a sampler pack, which was some skeins. This time I actually purchased a hank. So it's the first hank that I've purchased. I'm going to pop their Etsy shop below. And this is the colour that I chose. It's called PR28. And it goes from purple to pink to blue to turquoise. So as you can see, it's all just one great big hank of thread that I will actually cut up and turn into little skeins and turn into a few little Christmas presents as well. So this is just delightful. It's so soft. I can't wait to use it. Obviously way more than what I need for myself, but it is just beautiful. So, and really reasonably priced. So if you want to do something, if you like the variegated threads and you need one for a big project, this is probably a really economical way to go, is buying a full hank. And they came super quick, and also sent me a cute little needle minder that even matches the colorings of my threads, the hank that I got. So I was really pleased with that. I'll definitely be buying more of those, and I'm gonna use that colorway in a Quaker where it's all just one color. So that's my Silks For You purchase. I did win a giveaway from Wendy in Neverland, and that did arrive since I've spoken to you last, and these are so cute. They're little owl scissors. Isn't that just so sweet? And really nice snipping to them. Super sharp. Won't be taking those ones on the plane with me because they'll get confiscated. But they are just beautiful. So thank you, Wendy. I'll link her channel below. If you haven't seen Wendy in Neverland, go and check her out. And I also got some stitchy kindness from a viewer who won one of my giveaways. So thank you, Susan, for sending this to me. It is just lovely. I haven't got this chart, and it is super cute. Brenda Gervais, do you have any wool? So that will be added into my Tiny Decisions app for my Mania starts, which is approaching so quickly. have already started thinking about Mania next year and what I'm going to be doing. But before I do Mania, I think when I get to the end of this year, I'm going to have a good hard look at the whips that I do have, because some I haven't touched since Mania. Some I know that I don't like, but I haven't removed them or passed them on. I've just have them sitting there, and I know I don't want to continue on with them. So I'm going to, probably next video even, in my December one before Christmas wrap up, is that I might just go through the whips and go this and show what I'm going to get rid of. And because I want to start some new things in May, and the only way to do that, I've only got 2 spots left. So I've got down to 29 whips. I'm hoping to get a few finishes out before the end of the year, and then I've got a couple of months at the beginning of the new year. But I really want to have some good open spots for Mania to add in, because I've got heaps of things waiting to be started, things that I can't wait to get started. So I'm going to have to do a bit of a colour, I think. Okay, so what have we got next? We've got the giveaways. So from last month, I've got 4 winners. So I'm just going to show you the chart. So these, I haven't commented on your comments. I like to make it a bit of a surprise when you watch the video. So these guys have not yet been notified of their winnings. So for the coffee one, this was an espresso and latte. The winner for that one is Cynthia Bonds. So congratulations, Cynthia. Just send me an email to the email address below in the drop down box with your address, and I'll get that one out to you. And the second one I've got is lavender, which is a lovely motif lavender, and that one is going to Deborah Butler. So Deborah, if you could please get me your address and I'll get that one out for you. I did have 2 others, but I didn't have any comments on those, so I'll save those for another video down the track. So what I've got for you this month, I've got 4 charts, 3 are magazine cutouts, which will be tri-folded, and 1 is cardstock. So that one will go in an A4 envelope. These giveaways are open to anywhere in the world. I'm happy to post anywhere. You do need to be over 18 so you can give me your address. Please don't say giveaway in the comments, and I have a keyword for each of them so I know which one that you're interested in. So the first one that I've got for you is the older one that's coming out of Cross Stitch Crazy. So this is 40 flower motifs, and so as I said, it's a magazine cutout. So there's all these different little motifs, which are great for making little smalls for exchanges and so forth. I can't show you too much more because the charts are on the other pages. So if you would like to win the, if you'd like me to post you the flower motifs, just put flowers into the into a sentence below. So that's the flowers. The next one I have for you is from a lovely magazine. Now this is called To Bed with Chickens. It did come as a part, this is the picture, and it did come, it's like a nursery pack, but I think if it was, and this is the chart, is the 2 chickens, the red and the blue one, which would make a lovely little small, or also a little framed up piece without necessarily being nursery. They're quite cute. So I can't really show you much more because, again, the chart is in the magazine pages. So if you would like to win the chickens, just put the word chickens into a sentence below for me. The next one is a winter one, and this one I can show you the full piece. So this is called Let It Snow, which is quite a lovely chart, and I'm suggesting that all of these is winter but in different languages. So if you would like to win this chart, just put the word winter into a sentence for me. And the last one I have is a cardstock. Is it cardstock? No, it's just a heavier, so this comes, well, it's a fold out, so it's a heavy paper that folds out. And this is Orchids by Ross Original. So this is designed and distributed in Australia. And that's actually a photograph on there. That's why it's a bit glary. This is an orchid, and the leaves are also cross-stitched. So that's a lovely chart there. Does it say how big it is? Sorry guys, I just thought if I could give you Nope, it doesn't say how big it is. It's got it's all done in DMC. But if you would like to win the orchid chart, just put the word orchid into a sentence for me so I can again find that one for you. So that's all that I have for you. As I said, I'm going to be going to Mittagong on Thursday to my first retreat. I'm super excited. There's lots of surprises. I know Michelle Bendy's got a chart that's going to be there, which I'm really excited to see. Can't wait to meet some people that I've made some connections with through Flosstube, and also talking to them, you know, on Messenger and so forth. So I'm really, really excited. So even in a week's time, I might be back with you with a bit of a video update on how the Mittagong Stitches retreat went. So I'm sorry if the video was a little bit rushed. I feel like I've sort of like talked really fast, but I've got the horse dentist coming this morning, so I'm really conscious of time. So until I see you probably next week with an update on the retreat, stay safe and happy stitching. Bye.